Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Melissa Barron. She is the interim executive director at Susan G. Komen, Great Plains. Melissa, it's so good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's great to see you as well. Thanks for having us.
Well, you've got a walk coming up, the More Than Pink Walk. This is the second year because it changed last year, and it's also going virtual this year. So let's just talk about the walk. All things walk.
Absolutely. Yeah, our virtual walk is going to take place on Sunday, October 11th. We're going to have a virtual ceremony on our Facebook page at 2 o'clock and encourage people to join us and have them walk where they are. So their neighborhood or a local park. And it will be different this year, but our participant safety is important to us, and we wanted to make sure that we could still come together even though it's going to be virtually.
Absolutely. And things have changed because before the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, which what it was called prior to last year, and it was more of a 5K, and it was more of a race. And last year it went to a walk. And really, I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it was just about walking. And there's not like a specific amount that you have to walk, but it's just about getting out there, walking to raise awareness. I know a lot of survivors participate in this, and a lot of families who have lost loved ones to breast cancer also participate in this. And it's so just talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely. This started as the Race for the Cure and has transitioned to the More Than Pink Walk. And the reason being is that it is more than pink. It is more than raising awareness. We want people to know that, Komen takes a comprehensive approach to looking at breast cancer. So whether it's education about breast health to taking care of someone who's diagnosed and making sure there's resources available, but also then making sure there's research into the most aggressive forms of breast cancer so that we can hopefully arrive at a day where we can end this disease. So that's kind of the concept behind More Than Pink.
Yeah.
And anyone is invited, breast cancer survivors, those living with metastatic breast cancer, friends, family, anyone who wants to honor someone or remember someone. It's a great opportunity just to get out and get some exercise.
Yes.
You can run this year if you'd like. You can walk, you can hop, skip, or jump. I think that's the beauty of a virtual event, and
Right.
Make it your own. And we're really excited for this year.
Now, are you encouraging people? I mean, some nonprofits are doing. Are you encouraging people to take pictures and send them in?
Yeah, absolutely. People can take pictures of themselves on their walk and post that to our Facebook page or tag us on social media.
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll have a brief ceremony on the 11th at 2 p.m. on Facebook for anyone who wants to connect that way. And we're doing a lot on our Facebook page 8 days leading up to the walk. So starting this Sunday, October 4th, we'll have some activities leading up to the walk that will be on our Facebook page as well. People can decorate their door. People can, chalk their sidewalk. Just some things that, again, allow people to feel like we're coming together even when we're apart.
And so is there a registration fee, or is there and then you encourage people you're raising funds as a walker as well?
That's a great question. No registration fee this year.
Okay.
We do encourage people to consider a donation and or fundraise. This is one of our largest fundraisers for Susan G. Komen. And so yeah, people can sign up at komengreatplains.org. Again, no fee to register. Consider a donation. Consider fundraising, again, for those programs to help breast cancer survivors and for research. And to help advocate for patients.
Yeah. And I know in past years, this is More Than Pink because it's so much more than that. But have fun that day. Dress up in a pink tutu or dress up in pink because that, when we were able to walk together, that was super fun to just see you're coming out and you're celebrating, and you're, it's just being a part of this, being a part of, that's okay. That's what happens on Zoom. You're just being a part of this big campaign and really just showing your support. So have fun with it and get your family and your friends involved. That's one of the things I've just loved of past years when I've participated for many years, is just having all these people come together.
Absolutely. And if you're a breast cancer survivor or you're living with metastatic breast cancer and you register, you'll still receive a shirt, a free t-shirt. We're going to mail it to your home. We'll mail it prior to October 11th. So if you'd like to wear that on walk day, you can, or otherwise feel free to wear whatever you would like. There, we've seen some very fun costumes and other things that people have shown us throughout the years. And again, it's just a day to have fun, to celebrate breast cancer survivors, to remember those we've lost, and really raise funds to hopefully, put an end to breast cancer.
Yeah, because October is kind of officially Breast Cancer Awareness Month, though all year round is so important, but this is the time of year for the walk. And I actually am going to follow up with you in a couple of weeks to kind of have a deeper conversation with you about Susan G. Komen and what you're doing here in our community. So Melissa, I just want to thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Andy.
And hopefully I will see you soon. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we hope to see you on are you on Facebook?
I am on Facebook. I will be out there walking. I will be posting pictures. So.
Oh, fabulous. Well, we can't wait to see you, and thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Melissa. We'll talk soon. Well, welcome everybody. I am here with two amazing women that I've known for years, for quite a long time. Love you both. I've got Teresa Diltz. She's the chair for the 2020 Fashion Impact Awards. Alyssa Diltz, board member, Fashion Institute Midwest and Fashion Institute Guild. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
So, okay, Alyssa, we're going to start with you. Let's just talk first about the Fashion Institute Midwest. Let's just start there, and then we'll talk a little bit about the Guild.
Certainly. The Fashion Institute Midwest was born out of the need of our regional fashion designers to have better resources in order to support them right here in the Midwest. So opposed to them going outside to these major colleges and getting that education elsewhere, we wanted to create that right here within our community.
Yeah, and how long, when does this start? It seemed like, was it like a decade ago or not that?
Not quite. We're not quite to the 10-year mark, but it's been remarkable. You actually were the MC for the very first ever Fashion Impact
I remember
Award.
that. I remember the Omar Center. Yes.
Yep. So we were formed prior to that, but then our first gala was about a year after that. So this is our fifth gala, and yeah, I just was remembering that you were emceeing. So you've been there from the beginning, which is so phenomenal.
Yeah, and time just flies. Time just flies. And then the Fashion Institute Guild was created. And talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the board, we really do the work behind the scenes in providing the opportunities for the designers, the programming. We now have a workroom in Makerhood, near North Makerhood district. And so those have been all these huge projects that we had to conceive and then put into action and kind of reaching those goals. But that was a small group of people that have kind of been in the community and making that happen. But we wanted to be able to reach the entire community. So opposed to just a few of us doing the projects, we have the Guild in order to have that community outreach. So with that, we have at times over 100 members that are involved on that. And they might range from anyone that's just interested in fashion and think it's fun to get dressed up and do events, to even our little figlets. We have little kids that are members of the guild as well, the figlets. And this year, with all of the changes that have happened with COVID, we've been even doing everything online and virtually. We have a VP of membership of the Guild, Heather Hooten, who has just pushed the programming through and had virtual. We did an embroidery class virtually. We did a jewelry making class right around the time of Mother's Day. And then our figlets even did an in-person, socially distanced event outside making tie-dye t-shirts for the 4th of July. So that really is that piece that anyone can join and be a part of, and then support the FIM board that really is the physical space and the programming for the designers.
Yeah. And I think with many nonprofits, I mean, COVID-19 has presented so many challenges, but it's also created so many more possibilities when it's like, oh my gosh, we can do all this online and we can have people joining us, so you're not having to gather in a space or make time out of your day. I think the reach, have you seen your reach expanded?
Oh, absolutely. We've had, so on the guild side of things, when we did that jewelry making workshop, we had moms of people, or moms, sisters from all over Kansas City, even into Colorado as well, that joined us on that one. And then for the designers that we serve, we've been doing workshops and had guest speakers in. Boris Powell was a speaker this past weekend. We've had designers from New York that have called in and been able to present. So that stretch just goes so much further than having to be here physically. And so, and able to serve so many more people, both on the board side with the designers as well as with the guild, really just proves to the strength of our community and the silver lining in this COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, let's talk about the Fashion Impact Awards, because that's this event that really celebrates people in the fashion industry in Omaha, whether they were like trailblazers or trendsetters or whatnot. Because so I'm going to ask you this, Teresa. What year is this? What year is this for the Fashion Impact?
Well, we started in 2014.
Okay.
So yeah. So I think we're maybe the 7th year. And the Fashion Impact Awards started back then with Alyssa and me as a helper. I don't remember. We were at the Omar building, as you remember. I remember hauling in all kinds of things into the Omar building to make the event so special. But the gala is the main fundraiser for Fashion Impact Award, or excuse me, Fashion Impact Midwest. And that money that we raise at the gala supports anything from rent to the workroom manager's salary, to some of the classes. Many of the classes are free, and the designers can use that space for free at the Makerhood District, at the Midco building. And the categories that are supported that we honor are the business community, design, and education. The award actually embodies the Fashion Institute Midwest's 4 pillars of success. That's creative inspiration, technical training, resources, and business education.
Yeah. So this year, as with so many other events, it's going to be virtual, and we're going to talk about the specifics, but I also just want to talk a little bit about the award recipient this year, because you're just doing one award this year. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yep. So in previous years, we've had anywhere from 3 to 5 award winners that we've wanted to honor. But this year, because everything is so different, we really looked at people that have supported us from the very beginning. And one of those people has been Deanna Bosselman. And what made her so special for this year is she actually went back and got her master's degree in science and philanthropy from Columbia University just a couple of years ago.
I remember that.
And that really spoke to what's so important in our world today, that these nonprofits, just like ours, and as well as so many others, that are really trying to keep our doors open and keep our mission going. Yeah. And so with her work to find that later in her life as a mission that she's driven to, we just found it so appropriate to focus on the one honoree and someone that's been there from the very beginning for us.
So how can people, I mean, the event is on October 10th, Friday. So how can people purchase tickets, and kind of what's the agenda, so to speak, for the evening?
So what you can do if you want to watch virtually, you can go online to the fashioninstitutemidwest.org, and there's a drop down that says Fashion Impact Awards, and you click buy a ticket. It's $50 to attend virtually. So it's really a great way to donate some money and watch what's going on.
Yeah.
We're going to do some of a somewhat modified live auction. Deanna's going to be speaking. Alyssa will be speaking, and we'll have some live streaming going on with Alyssa at her party. There's about 6 parties going on that have 10 individuals actually attending live with masks, and we'll be able to do a text to donate, which we're calling Raise the Cell Phone, and even now, someone can text text FIA 2020 to 474747 and donate if they'd like to. And people can go to the Fashion Institute Midwest.org to become a sponsor too. There's many different levels to actually do sponsoring. So those are the main ways.
Well, I just love, again, as you know, as things are getting kind of shaken up this year, rather than not doing it or canceling, you're looking at different ways to continue the event, and also everything else you're doing, which, I mean, bravo. Being able to just expand your reach and saying, you know what, we're going to figure this out, and we're going to create even more regardless of what's happening in the world.
Absolutely. I mean, and that was really what was so cool about our guild board was, no, we still want to have it. Let's do it. Let's rethink this. And really kudos to our hostesses who are spending all of their own money. Before, when we would have a live event, certainly we'd have a budget and that sort of thing. All of these hostesses are underwriting these personally, the parties, and paying for all their food and drinks for their guests. And so we're just really hoping our guests come and, raise those cell phones a lot, or donate to us for sure. And then also look out after the event. We have a ton of announcements coming the night of the event. Huge changes within our group that are really, really exciting. So definitely, you were talking about doing a follow-up before. We'll have to do that. For sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we are out of time. I'm actually going to hop on and get my ticket today and encourage everybody else to do that. But thank you, ladies, for joining me. I'm so excited for this event, and then just what the future holds for everything you're doing. So thanks so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
And thank you for having us. We appreciate it, Andy.
You're welcome. I will see you later and in person soon, I hope. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, welcome everybody. Oh my gosh, love this guy and love those guys behind you. This is Gordon Krentz. He's the special events director with the Nebraska Humane Society. Before we talk about Walk for the Animals, you have to introduce your friends.
I do. So behind me are 3 of my boys. To the white fawn pug is Ted, and then we have Hank in the middle and Norm on the right, my right. Who's not pictured is my golden doodle Homer and my cat Kess. So I have a house full, and I love them, and they're all from the shelter.
I love it. Yeah, only way to adopt is from the shelter. So
right.
Absolutely. Okay, the 2020 March Durham Walk for the Animals. Rather than not doing it, everybody nonprofits have had to pivot. This is now virtual.
And you know what? It's too important of an event not to do.
Absolutely.
So, and this is our 31st year. Congratulations to us. And it is an event that keeps growing and growing.
Yeah.
And in fact, I was just doing an email with Paramount Parking. They did all our valet for us at the walk, and he misses it too. He loved that day because he got to see all these people and all their dogs. So the people that come to the event truly cherish it. And I know that sounds kind of grandiose, but it's a day that they can bring their animals to a place where other people love their animals just as much. But the most important thing, I'm sorry.
I don't mean to interrupt, but honestly, I mean, 31 years ago, I mean, there weren't any walks that you were like, that you could bring that you could bring your animals to. I mean,
No.
some you can't, I mean, first of all, animal related, but this was a big deal.
It was a huge deal. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was at Chalco, or it could have been at Standing Bear. I have to look at my records. But and I think there may be 50 or 60 people that showed up, and they had 2 folding tables, and they very quickly signed in, and they went on a walk, and they raised a good amount of money.
Yeah.
And from there, it kept growing and growing and growing into what it is today, which includes a family zone and a beer garden and a silent auction and an adoption parade and the walk and the sponsors. I mean, it's huge. Yeah. But unfortunately, this year, as we all know, is a little bit unique. And so rather than just say, we can't do it, we did a virtual event. And it's very exciting because we have an all new software, the Walk software. So, and we're having tremendous success already. And we started on September 14th, and already we have 251 people that have registered.
Yes. Yeah, that's the webpage I was looking at, because, and I think that we'll be showing that down below. It's the actual website where you keep seeing the numbers go up and up and up. Yes.
Which is really exciting. And we have 25 dog packs or teams, our fundraising teams. Yeah. And something, excuse me, that's a little bit more interesting this year is there is no registration fee. So what we really do with that is encourage people to register, and that begins them to fundraise. And one unexpected success this year is Facebook fundraisers. This new software that we have, when you register, part of the process is you can very easily click into Facebook, and it goes right into your page, and it creates this Facebook fundraiser that then when you are given money, it goes right into your page. Right. And I can't begin to tell you the success we're having with that. So we're hoping that that continues through the month of October, so that we can end on October 31st with a bang, with a costume contest. And people will be able to take their pictures of their, of their pets and put them into our photo gallery. And so it's really fun. Hey, Andy, do me a favor and click on activities. It's on the top of your.
I've never done this on a metroTV thing before, so everybody can actually see this now. Okay,
yeah,
so go to gallery
there. Now, this is some of the pictures that people have posted already.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
I know. If you scroll down, it just goes on, and it's just amazing to me.
The next page, yeah.
Yeah, there's 5 pages. And so, and some of them, there's a few videos on there, but you can kind of see how happy people are. I mean, a lot of people are they just love to show off their animals and be with animals. And at the same time, raise money for the homeless animals at the shelter.
Yeah.
Like I said before, this is such an important event because it is 31 years old, and the shelter has really come to rely on the funds that are raised.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Look at the pink one. It's great. It's really good. So we just love this software, and it's nice. There's not a lot of pressure for people to register, with a particular amount. It's just that if you happen to raise $75, then you automatically get a T-shirt and you get the leash. And the leashes are provided by Wheatfields. They have been a sponsor from day one. Ruth Ann and Ron Pop have been very, very kind to the shelter.
Yeah, so. These are great pictures. Yeah, so go to the walk page, which I know that's going to be showing down below. And then if we get back to the actual home walk page, this is showing, how much you've raised, what your goal is. There's 30 days left. That's so achievable. I mean, you've raised that 15.
Yeah. So another fun thing that people have really enjoyed, if you go up to fundraising, it's the third one from the left up there.
Okay.
And then hit fundraising guide.
Okay.
Okay, this is really a neat little thing. So if you hit the arrow there, and now we have given you a lot of ideas on how you can be successful in your fundraising endeavors. It's a really slick thing, and if you read through it, it tells you what you can do, who you can approach.
How much
It
money,
tells
what,
you,
yeah.
this is an important page because a lot of
Yeah.
people say, oh, you're raising money for the shelter. What does the money do? So this is a great tool for those people. They can come here and say, I can tell you what the money does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that page. Yeah, so this is all on that, on the walk homepage, and you can find this in different areas. This is
Right.
amazing. So,
And they have fundraising pointers. We have facts on there. And, you know, this is named after Marge Durham,
yeah,
who actually started this walk. And it's very important for us to keep that name alive because she knew that the mission of the shelter needed to be fed and
yes.
had it be a success. So,
And I
that's why-
love this page, how to raise $125 in 10 days.
10 days, yeah. Oh, and $125 is cool because as soon as you raise $125, we have a mask. Who knew that that would be a prize in this day and age? But we will send you a face mask. It's an NHS face mask.
Awesome.
And that's the only thing. We'll slip that in an envelope and get that right off to you.
Yeah.
So, but the other prizes, we're trying to do as less contact as possible. So the shirt and the leash we'll do as a pickup day after the walk concludes. And then all the other prizes, it's really slick. Again, something new for us. At the end of the walk, you'll receive an email with a link and a code.
Okay.
And let's say you've raised $1,200. You'll click into this link, give them the code, and whatever shows up, you have been awarded. You can choose something out of there, and then you'll have to then just wait for it to arrive. You don't have to even come see us. It's going to be a great event. I'm so excited this year.
I am too. Well, this is my little kitty. I have several kitties from reminds me of Benny. Benny passed away in August, but
yeah.
I have adopted many kitties from the Nebraska Humane Society and love them all.
Thank you.
So, okay, so everybody go to the website.
It's www.nehumanesociety.org/walk. Very easy.
And so much information. Yep, we're going to reach that $300,000.
We're going to get there.
And exceed it. So
absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm going to be in Colorado soon, so I'm actually going to register, raise some funds, and walk in Colorado.
Perfect. Oh, and you know, there's challenges there too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, picture challenges. If you take a picture by a hydrant and then you post it. So that's where those were some of the pictures we saw.
All right, super fun. Well,
Excellent.
Again, it's good to see you, and yeah, just encourage everybody to get out and walk.
Absolutely.
And walk with animals. So
thank you so much, Andy. This was great.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, I'll see you later, Gordon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Well, everyone, thank you for joining me today. Visit spiritofomaha.com. We've got a new website, so check it out, and I'll see you back here next week.